This is my 8th grade presentation. Alright. Hi, this is me. Well, this is actually me, but today I'm a stick figure. So, when I was in kindergarten, see there's the little kindergarten Carter right there. I went to Silver Creek Elementary, right here. I stayed there until 4th grade, which is when Stargate moved closer to our neighborhood. And I got the chance to go to here instead. Now, I chose to switch to Stargate because I was getting a little bit bored of normal school, and I wanted to try something new. I also wanted to find out what a GT school was like. So I went to Stargate. Right here. Now, I've learned a lot of things at Stargate. My brain has all the things in my head. It is a school, after all. It's supposed to teach you things. But I also learned things about myself. For example, Intro to Coding made me realize that I like coding games. This is like a bit of example code that isn't really code, but it's still sort of like code. Yeah. And Droid made me realize that I like building things. This is a set of musical instruments I made in a Droid. For example, this is the little drum set with all the different kinds of drums that you have. This is the trombone that could only play like 4 notes. And then this is the little violin that did not have a bow, so you had to pluck the strings. Also, it didn't work at all. Moving on, I also like friendly competition. No. Guys, no, I said friendly competition. You two are arguing. That's better. You two are getting along now. Some more things I've learned about myself over the years are that I like creating things. Anything, really. I like learning things. Once again, anything, really. I dislike homework because it's just work at home. And I don't like work at home. And I like getting things done. Although it's kind of hard to get motivation sometimes. Procrastination. One thing that I really like to do is analyze things. For example, I watch a good athlete do all their athlete things like soccer or running or whatever, and then I figure out what makes them a good athlete. Then I try to apply that to myself to get better. That's how I learned to do things like coding. I watched like people on YouTube code, and I watched examples of different video games. Or composing. I listened to a bunch of different music, and then I noticed patterns inside that music. Then I tried to apply similar patterns to my own composing. Something else I really like is logic. This is a little list of logic here. 2 plus 2 is 4, phones follow the laws of physics, etc., etc. Therefore, if I throw 2 phones up into the air, then immediately throw 2 more phones into the air, then I will have 4 broken phones and 4 angry people whose phones I just broke. Logic. And it kind of angers me when people don't listen to logic. There's a saying I heard once, common sense really isn't all that common. I don't know where I heard it. I heard it somewhere. I like lots of things, but I've also faced a few challenges during my time at Stargate. For example, there was this one month where I completely forgot about the existence of my math homework, and I had to finish all of the math homework over that entire month in 1 week. Also, I didn't really find very many friends during 4th grade, but I found some awesome friend groups in 5th and 6th. In 5th grade and 6th grade, yeah. I've also had a surprising amount of challenges that involve me setting an impossible goal for a project. For example, a working airplane with an AI steering system and a pool. yeah, good luck with that past self. And then as the deadline approaches, my panic steadily increases, and I have to work late, and it doesn't really work, and then I have to decrease the scope. And I end up turning something only barely acceptable because I kind of wasted time trying to make something insanely awesome. Yeah, and then past self did not make an airplane with an AI in a pool. It's not, and you could say I'm not exactly great at beginning with the end in mind. Over the years, I've learned that I should focus on the requirements first, and then I can focus on extra things like AIs or pools. And it's okay if it's not perfect. I found this quote, and I kind of like how it sums it up. Striving for excellence feels wonderful because you're trying your very best. Perfectionism feels terrible because your work is somehow never quite good enough. As well as challenges and lessons learned, there's been some fun activities and accomplishments I've done as well. Like Rainbow, where our team placed top 2 every year. Here's the medal. Or playing trombone in band with my friends. This is my trombone. Or trying out a bunch of new sports, like soccer, baseball, or working on projects I enjoy, like the musical instruments I had mentioned before. Or making a couple of video games of my very own. These are 2 that I made: Arrow Knight, where you play as this knight who has to throw arrows, and then Cave Snake, where you control both a caveman and a snake, and the caveman can jump on the snake, and the snake controls like a snake, etc., etc. And yeah, in the future, I'm definitely going to keep making things. I like making things, if that's not really obvious. Now, what those things are, though, it could be anything. In the future, I could keep making video games, or I could create crazy contraptions, or I could become an architect and design buildings. I could make anything, really. I'm definitely going to keep making things, though. For high school, I'm going to go to Legacy. I've been at Stargate for the last 5 years, and I want to try something new again. And my sister highly recommends Legacy, which is why I'm going to Legacy. A few suggestions for improving Stargate for someone like me would be teaching styles that include breaks and fun ways to learn things, instead of just lecturing or following the curriculum. Wasn't there a quote about that? Oh yeah. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. Yeah. All in all, I've had a pretty nice life so far, and I want to thank everyone for that. So, thanks. Bye.